Happy Friday, everybody. I'm Bobby Klink. I'm the online entrepreneur behind Your Online Genius. And I'm excited that today I actually made it when I planned to, right at noon, to do this quick live. And I wanted to talk about an important concept that I think all online entrepreneurs need to start thinking about. And that is that we build our businesses between launches. And by launches here, I mean like any time that you are making a big push to sell something. And this is a concept I've been thinking about a lot. But before I get to that, I want to talk about something that I'm really excited about. I'm excited because we are, like, as I'm recording this, I think we're exactly 3 weeks away from what I consider to be kind of the best time of year. And that is when college football starts. Look, I guess I'm a typical guy from the South. I'm originally from Texas, went to the University of Texas, started watching their football games when I was like 4 years old. And so I get really excited when it's time for college football to start. But I wanted to talk about that because what a lot of entrepreneurs are doing, or well, not what we're doing, but what we can learn by looking at football. Because what a lot of entrepreneurs think is that they can just show up when it's time to sell a product for a launch, for whatever, that they just show up then, and that's when they make their money. But that attitude would be like a football team thinking, well, we just show up on game day and that's when we win it. Any coach for any sport will tell you that their team wins or loses the game, the championship, anything like that, not really on game day. Yes, they have to go and perform, but it's in the grueling summer months when they're doing the workouts. It's when they're, learning the plays. It's when they're putting in the work during the off season that people actually kind of football teams are made, that basketball teams are made, et cetera. And the same thing is true with entrepreneurs. Our businesses, if you want to have a business for the long term, you know when it's going to be made? It's going to be made by you doing the work during the off season. So if you have a product that you launch periodically, you're going to build your business. You're going to actually make it successful. And the success of those launches, it's not going to be based really on what you do during that launch. Yes, you've got to come and perform there, but it's going to be based on what you do between launches. This is one of my favorite things that my mentor, Amy Porterfield, talks about. She has a lot of like repeatables that I love. But one of the things I love that she said a lot during her Digital Course Academy, when it was in the live Facebook group that she had for that during the spring, was she talked about the fact that everybody needs to understand that you build even a digital course business where you're making your money on launches, you build that between launches. That's when you create content. That's when you build your list. That's when you nurture your list. That's when you do all the stuff to really start to kind of cultivate the know, like, trust factor and get people who are anxious to buy your product. And so that is a great theme for people to be thinking about, that we need to be building our businesses between the launches. And look, I'm going to be honest with you. I've been doing some quizzes lately. I've had a few different quizzes running for different purposes for people on my list. And what I've found is that a lot of the folks are struggling with some of the things on building a business, kind of the core stuff that needs to be done between launches, things like list building, things like content strategy. And so what I wanted to do is run kind of a series of little boot camps to help people do it. Now, obviously, we can't in a short period of time, do a complete system. But what I'm going to do is do a series of boot camps in a new Facebook group that I've got. The link is in the post. So just click the link and you can go there. But we're going to actually go and do a series of boot camps. The first one up is going to be list building. There's going to be kind of little quick tidbits over 5 days that will help you, if you are struggling with building your list, to actually start. So if you haven't started, we'll get you started. If you're already starting, but maybe you're not making as much progress as you'd like, we'll make sure you're making the progress. Because look, I want to see you having 50, 100 people joining your list every single week. And that's not a crazy prospect. So I want to help you do that. We're going to do that one first. Then we're going to talk about content strategy, because I know that content strategy is something that a lot of people struggle with. So we're going to do a second one on that, just to help really start getting people ready to go so that they can start building the foundations for their business and get things going. So I would love for you to join me. If so, you can go to the group that's linked in the post here. You can also, I think I have a pretty link, but I'll just say use the link that's in the post, and you can go there and you can join the group. And we're going to start next week. So as I'm recording this on Friday, August 9th, we're going to start next Monday is the first boot camp series. So I hope to see a bunch of you in there. I want to make sure that we actually get as many people building their foundations between launches as quickly as possible. So that's my message for you today. Have a great weekend and drop any comments, and hopefully I see you in the group. Talk to you later.